Hey guys, Dean here from Trusted Hosting Reviews. Today we're going to talk about cPanel and just go over the basics of using cPanel and how to set up a WordPress blog with cPanel. Hope you enjoy the show, and let's get started. Okay, where we're at right now is we're at a sister site called webhostingreviews.tv. This site has not been set up yet, so you're going to watch us go through the whole process of logging into cPanel and using Fantastico to set up our blog. So let's get started. You can't see the address bar, but up in the address bar is our URL. And at the end of the URL, we're going to type in cPanel, and that'll get us to our login screen. And here is the familiar cPanel login pop-up. Now if you click cancel, it'll give you an HTML form where you can also submit your login. Let's go ahead and get logged in, and we want to cancel out of RoboForm. Sure, we'll remember the password. Alright, and so here's our hosting provider, and basically it's just your regular cPanel login. And cPanel gives you a ton of options. I mean, you can do everything from managing just your basic profile and preferences, to changing the skin of cPanel, to managing your mail. And this version of cPanel has got Spam Assassin and some other spam filtering technologies. You can also set up a very basic autoresponder if you want to, send automatic email messages to subscribers on your website. It also has the ability to forward email, and then also to set up email accounts and access a webmail. So a lot of things that you can do right from inside cPanel. You can also, it's got a built-in file manager. It's not quite the same as FTP. I don't really use it unless I'm remote and I absolutely have to use those. It's nice. It's got a little backup wizard. Depending on the amount of space and your hosting provider, that can be a little different. Here we basically have instant backups, which is a feature I always look for in hosting. You also have access to your FTP accounts. So let's say you want to delegate some authority to your web designer. You can set them up an FTP account and give them either temporary access or control the access to your site. I always recommend, if you're going to work with anybody that you're going to give access to your site, you set up a separate account. Don't ever give them your master account. That's just asking for trouble. If something goes sour in the relationship with your designer or your developer, you do not want them to have root access to your site. Not a good thing. Alright, let's scroll down and we'll see what else it's got. Logs, that's pretty basic. I don't really use the logs. Such as AW stats, I always go for a Google Analytics, just much more rich information. You can control security, SSH shell access if your provider allows it. You can do your SSL certificates. You can deny specific IP addresses if there is a well-known attack coming from a specific IP. You can also set up your add-on domains, park domains, redirects, which is really useful, especially if you're moving from an old site to a new site. You want to make sure that those links don't get 404'd from Google or wherever you may have backlinks pointing to your website. You want them to redirect to the new content if your content's going to change drastically. You also have the ability, this is a Linux host, so you see here we've got your PHP MyAdmin, MySQL Database Wizard, and your SQL database creation utilities. And then here we have what we're going to look at today, which is Fantastico Deluxe. Awesome utility. I cannot recommend this enough. I always look for a hosting provider that offers Fantastico to do the installs, and you're about to see why. Fantastico literally makes it a two-click process to get almost any of the major web applications up and running on the PHP platform. You'll see down here below you also have the ability to set up HTTP handlers for Apache. and set up your MIME types, error pages, cron jobs, and front page extensions. And they've got some other network tools too, like traceroute and ping. But let's go ahead and get into what we're here for. Let's look at Fantastico Deluxe. Take a minute for this to load. And you see here, this, and each one's a little different, but this particular hosting provider has got a wealth of applications set up for one-click install. You see, you've got everything from Nucleus, WordPress, Classifieds, Drupal, Joomla, and Joomla 1.5 for kind of a legacy implementation, PHP Nuke, OS Ticket if you need a help desk system. For forums, you've got PHP BB, KubeCart, OS Commerce, ZenCart, Gallery, great image gallery, Dot Project for project management, Moodle for a learning system, all kinds of great scripted installs. Alright, so let's go ahead and do what we're here for. Let's set up WordPress. And we're going to say new installation. The current version is 2.84. And we want to install it in the root directory, so we're just going to leave this blank. And we're going to set up the admin. And just so you guys don't steal my password, we're going to say temp pass 1, which I'm going to change. Admin nickname is Dean. And we'll leave this all as is. Alright, let's go ahead and install WordPress. Now, it's basically telling us what the name of the MySQL database is. And you really want to remember this just in case you ever have to go in the back end and make some changes. I always document this. And the way I usually do it is just once I click Finish Install, I'll have this email the installation details to myself right there. Alright, so basically we're set up. So now we can go to our /wp-admin. That's how easy it is to set up our WordPress blog. So you see here, it's set up. Go back to the main page and there's your default WordPress installation. Hope you guys have enjoyed this cPanel demo of just kind of an overview of cPanel and how to use Fantastico Deluxe to install WordPress. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. This has been Dean from TrustedHostingReviews.com.